We have a major leak to go through here in today's video for Modern Warfare 2, the multiplayer in-game lobby menu, some images of that, DMZ, some other gameplay as well, a bunch of stuff here. Be sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 96K on the channel. Crazy stuff there, means so much to me. And shout out to my stock channel, Matt Invest. If you guys are interested in informative stock analysis videos, links will be down below. Really do appreciate that, guys. But let's not waste any time here. Let's get straight into the video. Of course, you guys are probably wondering, how is this stuff leaking out? And I think it's pretty obvious. NFL players are leaking this stuff out yet again. Now, this happened earlier this year with the NFL draft, so I guess they weren't officially NFL players just yet, but close enough. And in the past, you've had NFL players leak out the marketing for, I'm pretty sure it was Black Ops 4 and other stuff like that. So honestly, you know, I don't know if it's planned or not, but super cool stuff there. I like when we have leaks like this because it's just cool to see what's going on behind the scenes with these early capture events. Maybe some people don't enjoy it, but I think it usually adds to the overall hype, especially now considering we haven't seen official marketing for MW2 in a couple of months. This is definitely some stuff I'm super excited to look at here and talk about. But again, what are we looking at here? The first thing, again, it's an LA Rams MW2 capture event. They're playing MW2's multiplayer early. Maybe they're playing other stuff as well, campaign. Potentially they played DMZ, but we know for sure they played this year's new MP. And here's the first image we're going to analyze here. This is going to be the official Modern Warfare 2 in-game multiplayer lobby menu here. We are in custom games, and let's go through, let's analyze what we're seeing here. Let's go through some comparisons. What were my first impressions? What are your guys' first impressions? Leave those comments down below. I do want to preface this by saying this is definitely an alpha version, although I could easily see this being very similar to what the final version of the MP in-game menu is. But of course, this is not the final version, so they may change stuff around. So keep that in mind when you're criticizing this down below. But when I first saw this pop up on my Twitter feed, for some reason, I couldn't help but think this kind of reminds me of the Infinite Warfare MP menu. I don't know what it is. Something about the boxy look at the bottom and the backgrounds there. I don't know what it is. I just thought of Infinite Warfare, and then I looked closer, and then I saw more of the Modern Warfare 2019 user interface with the start match, and then the list of the players on the right. That definitely reminds me of Modern Warfare, but overall, the other stuff, the boxy look at the bottom just gives me Infinite Warfare vibes. I don't know what it is, and I'm not the biggest fan of it, I'll be honest. Again, this is an alpha version of this game, and they'll probably refine it, make it look a bit smoother, and make it look less bare bones, because down below you could see, I mean, I'll zoom in for you guys so you can look at here. At the bottom, you have lobby expires in 10 minutes, I think it says. Then we have team deathmatch start match. It seems way too big. Like, there's too much gray space there for no reason. Like, those boxes could be a lot smaller in my opinion. We have game setup. There's nothing there. Again, you can tell this is an alpha state. There's missing icons. We have lobby members, I think it says, and then Codcaster on the right. So obviously, this is an alpha version of this menu. I'm sure things will look a lot better when the final version of the game is out, especially when we get to play the beta, but chances are it won't look that much different from what we're seeing here, unless they go back and they completely revamp what we're looking at here. I guess that's possible. I just feel like it's going to look pretty similar. On the right there, we have an image of one of the new MP maps in Modern Warfare 2. This is the museum map we talked about a couple of weeks back when that big MP map leak came out, where all the images came out in the files. I couldn't show those map images because they were all being copyright striked on Twitter and on YouTube. I don't want to risk losing my channel, but for this here, NFL players posted this on their Instagram, and it seems like it's overall safe to show this stuff here, and you really can't see what's going on, so it's not that major of a leak here. But I'll try to zoom in for you guys just so you can kind of see what it looks like here. Again, it's based off of a real-life museum in LA, California. So I'll show the real-life image up on screen. This is pretty much what you're looking at here, and it looks, as I said in that video a while back, very similar to what it looks like in-game. I mean, it seems like the graphics are pretty good. Again, I know it's not all about graphics here, but it looks very similar, so that definitely will be a cool looking map. Now, of course, that does not mean the map will be fun to play. The map layout could suck. The map design could be sick, but the map layout can be not that fun. So we'll see very soon overall. I'm excited for that one. And we'll probably get more official images and gameplay of this map very soon, probably a part of the MP reveal. And again, my thinking is if these NFL players are testing this map specifically out early, probably among others as well, we're most likely going to see this map a part of the upcoming beta and maybe an alpha if we get one very, very soon. soon. So super exciting stuff there. Now, overall, I mean, again, I don't know what to think about this map here. I mean, the character operator design is pretty sick. The background's okay, I guess. On the top of the menu, you have a lobby, you have play, weapons, operators, barracks, and then I guess COD points, your level, all of that stuff on the right. So overall, I mean, it's an okay menu. I'm not too wowed at it. This is an alpha version, so I'm definitely interested to see how different it's going to look in the actual beta and final version of the game. I think it's safe to assume that it'll look a lot cleaner and a bit more refined than what we're looking at right here. But overall, if this is the, MP menu lobby stuff and it's the same user interface as Modern Warfare 2019, I guess that's not a big deal. But again, I would rather them, really change stuff up here to make it really feel like a different game, because we actually talked about this a couple of weeks ago when Swag talked about how, he played MW2's MP early. Him and Booyah were pretty much saying, like, look, if you change the user interface up, even though it's the same game with a similar engine and it's going to run similar to MW 2019, if the user interface and the text, the font is pretty different, it could make it feel like a completely different game, honestly. But if you have this game that's going to run similar, look kind of similar to MW 2019, and the user interface, the lobbies, and the menus are all super similar as well, it's really going to feel like MW 19 2.0 and not a whole new era of Call of Duty. So again, very, very early here to say what's going to happen. This is still the alpha menu here, but I just want to put that out there because I don't want this game to be just another, Modern Warfare game. I want it to be an actual super different, fun game while still bringing us those fun MW 19 vibes and the stuff that made that game great. So we'll see what happens here. Again, very early stuff. Let's go through some more stuff here. This is a super, super interesting image here. We have this, it seems to be some type of DMZ menu or some starting menu. We'll go through what it could be, but this first off confirms that DMZ will be a part of the base game, and contrary to previous rumors, it will not be a separate free-to-play title releasing in 2023, which is cool to hear, honestly. Like, I don't mind it being a part of MW2, because think about it, if DMZ was going to be separate, MW2 would have probably just had another, semi-boring and basic spec ops mode. So having DMZ as that big third mode there could still be really sick. Now, of course, it being free to play probably would have opened it up to more players and allowed it to be even bigger than it would have been or than it could be right now, and maybe get to another Warzone level. Who knows? But the leaks also said potentially, and other people have been saying, that maybe we've hyped up DMZ too much and it's really just a smaller mode, a part of MW2, which it seems like that's the case here, and it was never going to be this super crazy open world experience that would potentially take over Warzone. So we'll see what happens very soon, but let's analyze what we're looking at here, because this is really interesting. This menu here, it's kind of hard to tell what exactly we're looking at, because it could be the DMZ in-game menu once you're already in the mode. So after the main menu, then you go into DMZ, and that's what we're looking at here. Those boxes and tabs at the bottom of the screen could be the different missions and modes a part of DMZ. Or I saw a theory to where this is just the message of the day, and it's just showing you DMZ, new mode here, click to go play, and they're marketing it because it is a new mode to Call of Duty. So it could easily be that as well. You also see another row of tabs down below, so this does seem like some different menu here. I don't know what it could be. I mean, let me know down below. To me, it most likely is some type of initial, menu there when you first log into the game, some message of the day type board there, but maybe it is DMZ and you're in DMZ and these are all different missions and separate things you could do in the mode. I'm not so sure. Again, the images do look kind of weird. You see the same image in two areas there. I'll point it out, and I think the same one's down below as well. So similar to the multiplayer lobby image we just looked at, this probably is also the alpha version of this DMZ menu or whatever MW2 menu we're looking at here, which again makes sense. I don't want to knock this too much there on the design. It's super blurry and hard to tell as well, so even if it was the final version, it would be really hard to say if this is good or bad, if the UI is good or whatever. So this really is just a very initial look and analysis of these menu images here, just to get us hyped and get us talking about what we could see. Any, initial constructive criticisms on this here. And again, we can't cast our final judgment on what we're looking at until we get the final versions of these images, the final versions of the MP menu, the DMZ menu, all of that different stuff. So again, we really do have to wait a bit to really see what we're getting here for Modern Warfare 2. Now, on this DMZ mode as well, it is very interesting. Some people are saying this could be so sick. Tim the Tatman said, if MW2 DMZ mode is like Tarkov and has proximity chat, it will change the game. Remember this tweet. Of course, who knows for sure what's going to happen here, but it's definitely good to be a bit hopeful, I guess. And Modern Warzone also tweeted out, if you want to see what the DMZ mode in Modern Warfare 2 is rumored to be like, then pull up to the stream tonight, which was actually last night. I'm playing Escape from Tarkov all night. So Escape from Tarkov, a lot of people say, is a super fun game. I've never played it. Maybe I'll play it for a video or a stream just to see if that's the vibe I want to have for DMZ, if I'm excited for that. So let me know down below if you want me to play Escape from Tarkov. I feel like that'd be pretty interesting. Let me know if you've played that game before. Is it super fun? Do you want it to be exactly like that in DMZ? Now, we don't know for sure if DMZ is going to be like Escape from Tarkov or if they're just taking some of the core gameplay features and mechanics from that and bringing it into DMZ. We don't know for sure, but we'll do some analysis on that very soon. And finally here, another clip came out, which at first I thought we were looking at MW2 multiplayer gameplay, but we quickly realized, if you look at the clip here, I'll play it, it's gameplay of one of the missions we already saw for Modern Warfare 2's campaign. It's the dark water level there, so I'll play the exact point, and pretty much it's just, a point in the actual mission. I don't know if they're playing the mission or they're just playing the actual gameplay that released, so that's not really a big deal there. But I'd assume, I feel like someone captured a snippet of gameplay. They said apparently the cameras were not allowed in the actual studio and they weren't really allowed to take pictures. Well, of course they took pictures anyway. So is there a chance someone caught a snippet of some MP gameplay, a little clip there of the actual in-game gameplay? I mean, maybe, but I feel like we would have seen that by now and it would have been deleted. And that's the flip side of the argument, to where maybe Call of Duty allowed some of these NFL players to leak some of these images out, but they didn't allow them to leak images and gameplay of the actual game out, just some very initial stuff. But then it's also another flip side, to where, like, why would a Call of Duty allow them to leak an alpha version of the MP lobby menu? Maybe it was just to get feedback on it. That would be super crazy, but would make a lot of sense. So I don't know. Let me know down below your opinions on this here. Overall, my conclusion is that, again, it's so early to cast our final judgment on how this game's going to play, what it's going to officially look like. Again, we're looking at alpha images there, so we don't know for sure what we're getting, but we could get an idea of what we're getting. And again, my constructive criticism here is that that MP lobby menu, it just doesn't look that good. It looks okay. And I don't want this game to just be okay. I want it to be a really fun game. And I want them to really, redesign it. And even if it has the Modern Warfare 19 vibes, like, I understand, it makes sense. I enjoyed that game. But I don't want it to look like, honestly, a worse version of the MW19 menu. Like a weird mix between Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare. It just seemed a little weird. So again, it's an alpha version. But if that is the final version, hopefully they do change it a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's not a big deal anyway. If the base game is good and the core gameplay is fun, that's what really matters. But again, we'll see very soon. So that's it for this video. Subscribe for more Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2 news, updates, videos like this. There are 2 other videos up on screen that may interest you, so be sure to check one of them out. Really do appreciate it, guys. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.